Hello everyone, this is Summer from wellinstitute.com. Welcome to a new episode from Soulful Saturday, where we delve deeper into something that is really soulful, but also practical. Last week we talked about the 7 key capacities for sustaining a long-term relationship. I got so many emails asking that I need to go deeper and deeper with each of those capacities. So I decided for the next 7 weeks, we're going to talk about one capacity each week. So today, we're going to talk about the first capacity, which was the capacity for compassion and warmth. The capacity for compassion and warmth is such a soulful one. And whenever I start talking about anything, I like to talk about the roots of the word. So compassion comes from a Latin word that means suffer. And com means with. So compassion literally means to suffer with. So compassion really promotes an open-heartedness and a curiosity of the mind that really lessens judgment between couples and create an environment of real safety. Like, oh, I can do a mistake here and no big deal. We can talk about it. We can be fine. There's definitely certain practices that you can start using to cultivate more compassion for yourself first and then with your partner, okay? So let's start with my favorite 3 personal practices that I personally use to cultivate my compassion. The first one is being aware of our own negative self-talk. I can't, you guys, speak of compassion without speaking of its exact opposite, which is criticism and the critical voice and the mean self-talk that we use. We sometimes actually use abusive language to ourselves. Believe it or not, we have between 60,000 to 80,000 thoughts per day. My question to you, how many of those thoughts are thoughts of compassion and how many are thoughts of criticism and self-abuse? The second thing I want you to try to start actually deliberately thinking kind and compassionate things for yourself and moving those critical things into more compassionate things. So you can start by saying, for instance, if you did a mistake, instead of saying, what the hell did you do? You stupid. Instead of that voice, you can move into, oh, I did this mistake again. What can I learn from that? It must be really hard for you doing this mistake again. The third practice that I use personally is a gratitude journal every single night. And the question that I ask myself is, what are you grateful for in yourself today? Okay? Now let's move to cultivating compassion between couples. The first game I'm gonna challenge you to do is the game of appreciation. So for the next 7 days, take 3 minutes before bedtime or in the morning and tell your partner, what did you appreciate about them? Either the day before or in the same day, okay? The second game you're going to play with your partner is I Can Imagine game. So once a week, take turns using I can imagine. You must be feeling whatever. So this is an empathy building game. So let's say your wife always tells you to come a little bit early from work so that she can have a little walk with you. You can start the game by saying, I can imagine you must be really feeling frustrated that you told me that many times and I can't do it yet. Okay? To sum this all up, we have 3 personal practices for compassion, cultivated compassion, and 2 for couples. The 3 personal practices are awareness of negative self-talk, speaking to yourself with kindness and compassion, the gratitude journal, and it's a gratitude towards yourself. The 2 practices to use for couple is the 2 games, the appreciation game, and I can imagine game. Okay, you guys, enjoy your week. And to get a copy of the infographic for the 7 keys of capacities for long-term relationship, you can go to visit getstarted.wellinstitute.com and I'll send it to you immediately. Okay? May you have a very well-lived life filled with kindness and compassion. Think about always finding that compassion for yourself and your partner. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.